Something we can do for you?
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're looking at the untold story of One Direction.
Written in these walls are the stories that I can't explain.
For this video, we'll be exploring the journey of the boy band that took over the world. Which 1D album was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. It's hard to believe that the boys of One Direction ever planned on being anything but globally recognized singers.
People tell me that I'm a good singer, it's usually my mum.
And they always say that, don't they?
Before appearing on The X Factor, Harry Styles was considering a career in law, while Louis Tomlinson dabbled in acting and was interested in that world. It was playing Danny from Greece that reportedly prompted him to try out for the competition show.
I thought you were going to Immaculata. I changed my plans. Oh, yeah? Well, that's cool, baby. I see you around. Let's go, you guys.
As for the others, music seemed to have been in the cards for them for some time, though Zayn Malik has also expressed an interest in English. Niall Horan has been performing since his teens, and Liam Payne wanted to pursue this path so badly that he returned to the X Factor 2 years after being eliminated.
I feel like today is my chance to prove to Simon that I have got what it takes. It'd mean more than anything to get a yes off Simon today.
In 2010, the British series offered the five guys a chance to compete together in the groups portion.
I mean, we'd kind of met each other, you know, backstage a little bit. But yeah, I mean, when you're from a small village and you go on the show and Simon Cowell says you guys are going to be in a band together.
Of course they took it, because how could anybody say no to an opportunity like that? While they had solo ambitions, this was a chance not many people get, and it allowed them to break into the industry.
We've decided to put you through to the judges. This is a lifeline. You've got a real shot here, guys.
Just like that, history was made, but apparently not all was well once they got together. A few months after leaving the group, Malik revealed to Fader that he never quite felt creatively fulfilled, but more on the split later.
So there wasn't any real time to, you know, sit down and process anything and be like, is this what I want to do?
Since being in a band wasn't the original plan, there wasn't a pre-selected name for the group when they formed. During the brainstorming process, Liam's dad chimed in with a suggestion.
What do you call it, USP or something?
Parents, man.
What? No, what did you...
You could get a USP, which was unique selling point.
Admittedly, that's a pretty cool idea, but it just wasn't right. Plus, if you ask us, it would have made it pretty hard for the fans to give themselves a nickname. Luckily for Directioners, Harry eventually came up with the moniker that we all know and love today.
What does it mean?
I know they're not here to defend anything else, but it was me. I honestly don't know. I don't know. I thought it sounded good.
We honestly couldn't imagine it any other way. It wasn't long before their music spread like wildfire. Their time on the X Factor drew in hordes of fans, with their video diaries in particular being too good to resist. And their debut single changed many people's worlds.
Baby, you light up my world like nobody else. The way that you flip your hair gets me overwhelmed.
But surprisingly, they weren't immediately headliners when they started touring in North America. They first opened for another very familiar boy band, Big Time Rush.
And we have a lot of fun hanging out with each other. We get to sleep in a little bit more. And playing concerts, as you guys know, is like the best feeling in the world.
It's definitely the best part of the job.
They're just like us, FYI, everyone.
Unfortunately for the BTR boys, 1D's fame began to surpass theirs at many of the shows. And apparently, fans would sometimes cheer louder for the openers.
When they go on stage, it really just hypes up and warms up the crowd. They're some really nice guys, and we've had a lot of fun hanging out with them.
The band's quick rise to fame was more than just a little unbelievable. It was quite literally record-breaking. Of course, there are the numerous awards the band has received.
This is incredible, an absolute honor. We know that this is fan-voted. We absolutely love our fans. You are incredible!
Beyond that, they also racked up 6 Guinness World Records in 2016 alone. Some of these included most followers on Twitter for a music group and most subscribers for a band on YouTube. But they started making history long before that. Their first album, Up All Night, debuted atop the Billboard chart in the United States. That marked the first time a group from the United Kingdom had achieved such a feat. You can color us impressed.
I need that one thing
The One Direction members' skills aren't limited to just singing either. Musically, they're all pretty talented guitar players, while Liam and Louis know their way around a piano.
And I can play the triangle.
Triangle, 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 triangle.
Interestingly, the band also dipped their toes in acting. First, they guest starred in iCarly as themselves. Years later, Liam and Louis appeared on Family Guy in an episode that aired post-hiatus.
They looked in the wardrobe and discovered that the stylist had only brought non-skinny jeans!
Do you mean like a Levi's 513 skinny straight?
No, just regular pants that fit normal!
That's not real, right? Those aren't real. Of course not, Louis. It's just a story.
It certainly seems like Harry got bit by the acting bug at some point. Since going solo, he's snagged numerous roles in respected works, including Dunkirk and Don't Worry, Darling.
You and me.
Always. You and me.
At the peak of the group's popularity, it became obvious that the fans wanted a lot more than just to hear their catchy music. Everyone wanted a piece of One Direction. So naturally, they started putting their faces on everything. There were 1D dolls, fragrances, posters, phone cases, clothes, and just about anything else you could think of.
I got a life-size cutout of Zayn, and then I got a sweater, and I got the new Take Me Home shirt.
In the early 2010s, it was hard to go anywhere without seeing a piece of their merchandise. It was certainly a profitable venture, and more importantly, the fans got priceless memorabilia.
I mean, it was totally worth it. Completely worth it. I mean, I would do it again.
There's no denying that the young men of One Direction made a lot of money during their time together. Their lives had definitely changed considerably in that regard, but they also used their wealth and privilege to help countless others.
So instead of spending a load of money on a music video, we decided to make it ourselves while we were on tour and give the money we saved to comic relief.
Let's do it!
While still together, the band supported charities such as Rays of Sunshine, Comic Relief, and the Global Poverty Project, to name a few. They donated their money, time, and endorsements.
And order the Rays of Sunshine cookbook, which one of our recipes is in, and it's sad. So go
Nachos Grand.
Since the start of the group's indefinite hiatus, the former members have continued to give back, proving that they truly care about their communities. Fame comes with a hefty price, and being global sensations didn't only consist of fun concerts and charity events.
The stuff that people were saying about him was just disgusting, and no one wants to go and read that stuff about themselves, no matter who they are.
Throughout their time in the limelight together, all 5 guys faced some sort of anxiety. Zayn has also spoken about how he's lived with an eating disorder, and Liam has dealt with addiction.
I was worried how far my rock bottom was going to be. Where's rock bottom for me? And you would never have seen it. I'm very good at hiding it. No one would have ever have seen it.
It's safe to say the band's constant on-the-go lifestyle and the fact that they were always in the public eye was the source of lots of pressure. But there's no doubt that by being open about their experiences, the artists have helped many others feel less alone. We want to believe that the members of One Direction had as much fun being a band as the fans had loving them, and they did seem to genuinely care about each other. So Zayn's departure came as a huge shock to Directioners.
If you don't like your job and you got to follow your heart sometimes and go where you need to go, and there's no arguing we could do with that. We were, like I say, we were angry at first, but then it was just a bit more disappointed.
Their PR team tried their hardest to convince the public that everyone in the band was on good terms. But tweets between Zayn and Louis suggested otherwise.
It's just one of those things, Twitter's great for connecting with the fans, but also if you feel like saying something that you probably shouldn't, it's also good for that as well. Or bad, in this case.
Comments made in the years since suggest that Malik isn't particularly close with any of his former bandmates. And in 2022, Liam Payne's comments about his role in the group being the most significant made headlines.
And I don't agree with any of his actions. I can't commend some of the things that he's done. I can't be on his side for that. What I can say is I understand, and I hope that your only hope is that at some point in their life, the person on the other end of the phone wants to receive the help that you're willing to give them.
Still, fans are holding out hope that maybe one day, the indefinite hiatus can end in a way that makes everyone happy. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Though One Direction has been on an indefinite hiatus for years, they were together for what felt like a lifetime. Naturally, they spent large portions of their time making smash hits. Unfortunately for us, not all of them made it onto their albums, leading some to believe that there's a top-secret vault of tunes out there. In 2020, what seemed like a demo was posted to YouTube.
So, I didn't wanna have to go, but we need a little time alone.
Though it wasn't a new number, it was the first fans had heard of it. While their solo work is excellent, there's no doubt fans enjoyed getting a fresh taste of the 1D sound.
I'm gonna sleep alone tonight, never gonna be the same.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.